Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we have finally gotten our first major trade of the offseason, and it is Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns. So this trade broke a couple days ago, and it is definitely an interesting one. Obviously, it's still pretty recent news that the Wizards and Beal were going to go ahead and try to finalize some sort of trade. Obviously, Bradley Beal has a full no-trade clause, and he really can end up picking his destination, is kind of the simplest way to put it. So, ends up in Phoenix. Obviously going to be playing next to Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, potentially DeAndre Ayton if they end up keeping him. And honestly, Phoenix didn't give up too much. I know you guys all know what the full trade is, but we'll read it just in case. Suns receive Bradley Beal, Jordan Goodwin, and Isaiah Todd. And the Wizards receive Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, multiple second-round picks, and multiple pick swaps. I don't know if you can swap those picks, because obviously the Suns traded literally every first-round pick they have when they went out and got Kevin Durant at the trade deadline last year. Now going ahead and moving Bradley Beal, obviously didn't have to pay nearly as much. One, because he's not as good of a player, but second, because that full no-trade clause obviously limits all the moves that they can make in Washington. So this is an interesting one for me. We're going to talk more about this contract, how this roster is going to look once we do get into the video. But real quick, let me know your thoughts on this trade. Who won the trade? What would you grade both sides of them? I don't know, man. This is an interesting one. And yes, before you ask, we will be doing the Wizards side of this as well. I know when I'm recording this right now on Monday afternoon that it's not completely finalized yet. There's an option and a possibility that Chris Paul gets rerouted somewhere. So if that happened between the time I'm recording this and the time this goes up, I'm sorry. We'll probably get a CP3 rebuild at some point in time. But yeah, man, let me know any other video ideas you guys do want to see. Obviously, we have the draft coming up this Thursday. Free agency is not far after. So we have a lot of ideas coming up. Going to be a fun summer. So let me know all those down below in the comment section. Of course, we will get to the Wizards side of this very, very shortly. But without further ado, man, new super team in Phoenix. Let's get into it. So I've gone ahead and put through the trade. It wasn't complete, obviously, because I had to go ahead and wait because you can't trade for Jordan Goodwin right now because he has some sort of option that 2K makes you wait to pick up. It makes complete sense. I know. All right, so let's dive into this roster a little bit. Obviously led by Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players in NBA history. He's 34 years old. He's still a very, very good basketball player. He's a 96 overall. There's basically a 0% chance he goes anywhere. We then have Devin Booker, in my opinion, probably the best shooting guard in all of basketball, 26 years old. You can call him a superstar if you want. I don't really have a problem with that. He's an unbelievable talent. Obviously, new addition here in Bradley Beal. He is 30 years old. I think, well, we'll talk about Bradley Beal a little bit right now. Obviously, Phoenix is trying to win right now. They are basically all in. Their future is not necessarily extremely bright. If we look 5-6 years down the line, I don't know how good basketball is going to be in Phoenix. But now, in this kind of short window they have, they're going all in. Obviously acquired Bradley Beal, who is 30, and he definitely is an upgrade, and he's going to help this team. The one thing that makes me nervous is when we're 2-3 years down the line, and he's still getting paid $50+ million a year, and still has that no-trade clause, by the way, that contract's really going to hurt you. So if it ends up in a championship within the next 2 years, whatever it may be, obviously 100% worth it, no matter what. But I really, really, really want to emphasize this might be a little more of a risk than some people are actually considering. But obviously, Bradley Beal is an incredible player and definitely will be helping the Suns. I will be interested to see the way they kind of go with this starting lineup. Obviously, Beal and Booker are both natural shooting guards. I don't know if they'll run one of them at the one. I would probably guess it would be Booker if they had to choose one, but that's interesting for me. I mean, there's also an option to play one at the 3 and have a different guy come in and start a point guard. We will see. DeAndre Ayton, his name is in trade rumors. I swear to God, it's like every 3 months at this point. Last offseason, signed that offer sheet with the Pacers. The Suns matched it after telling him that they weren't going to give him a max. I mean, it's just headache after headache with this guy. But I still think he's a good player. Obviously, a former #1 overall pick. If he develops well, and obviously money isn't a problem for us, we'll probably end up keeping him. Now kind of gets into some of the issues that Phoenix is going to run into. Josh Okogie's not one of them. He could start for us here today. He could be traded. He could come off the bench. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do. This is not a realistic rebuild. Terrence Ross, free agent. TJ Warren, free agent. Cameron Payne, free agent. I mean, these are things that we're definitely going to have to go ahead and we're really going to have to consider, because in this game it's going to be a lot easier to build up this bench and build around the stars we do have, but in real life it's going to be a little bit more challenging. And as you saw with the Suns in the playoffs this past season, their depth kind of did hurt them. That, and I think Monty Williams' rotations were a little dumb, but that's neither here nor there. But we obviously are going to have to work on getting some depth on this team. It is very, very important. The game's not updated, so Monty Williams hasn't been fired yet. I will try. The head coach things takes way too long. I'll be right. I'll try to find Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel's either not here or he's on somebody else's staff. I've scrolled through all of the head coaches. I even checked assistant coaches. He was not there. So we're just going to sign Stauffer. I actually might not even have the money to do so. If I can get him, I'll obviously take him. He has perfect ratings. I mean, it doesn't really make much more sense than to do anything else. But if Vogel was here, I obviously would have signed him and hired him as they did in real life, but he is not. All right, so up to the draft. I don't know exactly what the second-round picks that Phoenix obviously sent over to Washington were. I'm going to... I mean, there's just no way to know exactly what they were. So we have our second currently. I'm probably just going to move it for another second in the future. I don't think we're going to draft anybody at 21 in round 2. That's really going to help us out a ton, but we're not drafting anybody this year. I mean, this team's kind of established. This core is here. All right, so Cameron Payne, I'm going to pick up his team option. He's a 78 overall. I would probably like to get somebody a little bit better as my starting point guard. Have Cameron Payne come off the bench. We will see what my options are looking like. Jock Landale, however the hell you pronounce it, actually was pretty good in the playoffs. He's a 76 overall. I'll give him a qualifying offer. And Darius Bazley here at a 77 for $6 million. I feel like that might not be the smartest thing in the world to do, but honestly, with the way this bench could look and the money we do have, I'm probably going to have to offer him a qualifying. So I'll do that. Let's head into free agency right now. Also, I do have to go and get Jordan Goodwin as well. Josh Okogie is here. Does he have an option? I have no idea. But obviously, this is the part of this that is going to be unrealistic. We obviously the Suns probably can't bring back everybody on this list. Here in 2K, I probably can bring back the majority, if not all of these guys. Then I can move them, whatever. We're trying to create a dynasty here in Phoenix. Let's go ahead and pay a lot of these guys. So we're going to get all these guys back. I don't really want to renounce anybody. I mean, Biyombo can go. We're good with the center spot. I'm going to keep the qualifying offer out to Bazley. Damian Lee, good three-point shooter. I mean, there's an argument to keep him. I think, honestly, even if we renounce him, we'll probably have the money to keep him, so that's fine. Saban Lee can probably go. So, all right, I'm fine with this right now. We obviously are bringing back Okogie, Ross, and Warren at this point. I think there's an argument. I mean, Jock Landale is, or Landale, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. Jock here is restricted, and we're not renouncing him, so he probably will end up picking up his qualifying if I had to take a guess. But we get those three guys back, which is good. Is Jordan Goodwin under contract? Let me see at this point. That's not what I was trying to do. Player finder. Goodwin. Because he's like a 76 overall, so like I don't want to just pass that up like it's nothing. He's not under contract. I have the money to sign him. I'll just go ahead and sign him. I honestly... Sure, I could go in and sign him with the Wizards and then trade him here, but it's just skipping a step at this point. So he's here. There's now a route and a path for me to go ahead and likely find myself a new starting point guard. Let's do that. We're going to see if it's possible to get Markelle Fultz here from the Orlando Magic. I know in real life that Phoenix cannot just trade the couple of remaining first-round picks they have left because of the Stepien rule, but here today, we're going to do it if it's possible. We're going all in. We're obviously trying to win right now, so if they'll take this, I'll do it. I don't even know if they will. You want another second? And they agree to it. All right, so I can kind of say that's a lot for Fultz, but it's also really not. I mean, that's the upgrade we're looking for at the point guard spot. He's still somewhat young at 25 years old, and I still think there's a level of potential there that has not been reached yet. So he'll be my new starting point guard on a one-year deal. Obviously going to be focused on re-signing him next offseason. Jordan Goodwin, who we obviously signed but traded for, is going to be the backup point guard. I'm cool with Beal. Terrence Ross is going to regress. I know that for a fact, but we're going to kind of have to deal with that today. Obviously, with the way this, starting five anyways is constructed, we're not going to be able to go ahead and have a relatively young bench. So regression is going to be a thing, especially in the bench unit. That's fine by me. All right, so I move Booker to the 3. He's going to start there. Josh Okogie will be his backup. We also re-signed him. We have KD here. I don't know if I'll play Isaiah Todd. I mean, I have a qualifying out for Bazley. Obviously, Ayton at the center spot, and I also have a qualifying out for Jock Landale. So we're going to go ahead. I don't really see a need to honestly keep Isaiah Todd on this team. He's 21 years old, former number 1 overall pick. If I can clearly get a first, I'm gonna reload and take the first round pick. So how about I don't want to give up a second if I don't have to. Do I have to give up a second to all of these? I do not. All right, thank you very much. It's actually a Brooklyn unprotected pick. Maybe could be valuable at some point in time. We'll see. But yeah, I mean at this point in time, I'm just gonna pay Bazley. I'll just pay Landale. I mean we're so far into salary cap hell that I don't really even care anymore. So welcome back, both of you. That officially finalizes our 10-man rotation. We're obviously looking very, very good. See you guys at the start of year number 1. After what I would refer to as a crazy, although successful offseason, we have finally arrived at the start of year 1 for us here in Phoenix. This team is obviously beautiful on paper. Hopefully everything fits well together here in the game. Fultz obviously won't be here in real life, but here in the game, It's very nice. He's an 86 overall. It's going to be him and Bradley Beal in our backcourt. No surprises there. D-Book's going to take over at the starting 3. Obviously, Kevin Durant at the 4 and DeAndre Ayton, who actually has gone up 3 overalls, is my starting center. The bench unit's okay. I don't want to tell you it's terrible because I've definitely had worse benches in this game, but it's not an elite bench unit by any means. Josh Okogie, Darius Baisley, Jock Londale, Terrence Ross, and Jordan Goodwin. So 180 overall, 78, 76, and 275s. We'll look to improve that likely come off-season time. But we're good here. We have new head coach also in Mike Stauffer. If I was able to get Frank Vogel, I would have. Shout out to UK. All right, this is it for now. Are we favorites in the West? I don't know. I think we're definitely top 2, maybe 3 minimum, but I'd probably still put Denver ahead of us. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. Our first regular season comes to a close. We finished with a record of 54-28. It's not a terrible record. I think this team has the talent, obviously, to be at 60-plus wins, but 54 wins, I can live with that in year 1. Trae Young is your MVP. You honestly don't really see it a ton. For as much as 2K loves the Hawks, you don't see Trae Young winning a ton of MVPs. Victor Wembanyama went first overall to the Spurs. No surprise there as your Rookie of the Year. Tyus Jones, 6-man. Giannis wins Depoy. Bones Highland, most improved. JB Bickerstaff is your Coach of the Year. So, let's take a full look at the standings right now. We finish as the 2 seed here in the Western Conference. Only the Pelicans were ahead of us. I am interested to see what the Pelicans are going to be doing because tons of rumors surrounding them right now. Is there a potential Zion Williamson trade in the books? Are they going to be able to trade up and maybe get Scoot Henderson? Who knows? I think there's a lot of different avenues that team could explore. Hopefully none actually happen before this video goes live, but we will see. Here's a look at the numbers. So some scoring is going to change, obviously. I mean, I do think there is a real possibility that the Suns could end up having 3 guys all score 20-plus points a game next year. I think KD, Booker, and Beal all could do that. Here in 2K, they didn't, but there also could be an argument that we added Markelle Fultz, and that won't happen in real life. But hell of a season from him. 16 points, almost 11 assists a game, 52% from the field. Exactly what I was talking about when I said there's a level of potential there that hasn't been reached. Looks like he got there. DeAndre Ayton was decent for us. I mean, 12 points, we don't really need him to score with the talent we have on this team. I'll take nearly 11 rebounds. He was almost 57% from the field. I'll take it. All right, so round 1, we are going to be facing a play-in team. It's going to be the 7-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm not going to lie. I think OKC's a playoff team next year without the plan. I think they naturally are going to be good enough to do that. I stand by that statement. I mean, we'll see what happens this offseason with some other teams in the West. But as of now, I do think OKC sneaks into the playoffs next year. That being said, we're hopefully going to go ahead and beat them right now. We're up 3-1, and we are on to round 2. We have the defending champs here in the Denver Nuggets. Okay, so John Wall is now a Nugget. They're playing Jamal Murray at the 2. Obviously, you have MPJ, Gordon, and Jokic still here. Boucher off the bench. Zeke Najee's progressed a little bit. You got Christian Brown still. Okay. I don't know if at this point in his career, John Wall is still a starting caliber point guard, but I don't know. We're up 3-2, and we win 4 straight after losing the first 2. And, yeah, man, we are going to be taking on the Lakers. D-Lo, oh, my God. But LeBron's not here. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know where LeBron went. He might have retired. I have no idea. Okay. I don't know how I would love a D'Lo and Kyrie backcourt. I think I'd prefer Kyrie and Austin Reeves, but that could just be me. But I'm hoping we can beat this team. We're up 2-1 at this point, and we're up 3-1, and we're in the NBA Finals. We're in the NBA Finals. Markelle Fultz, Western Conference Finals MVP. I love it. I really do. And we're going to be playing James Harden, the Philadelphia 76ers here in the NBA Finals. It's Harden and Maxey, Tobias Harris, Jake Crowder now starting at the 4. You have Joel Embiid, obviously, here, just an absolutely dominant player. I think we can beat this team. I stand by that statement, and I think we're going to go out and do it right now. We're up 2-1. They tie it 2-2. We go down. Oh, my God. Why did I talk? I'm not hopping in unless I have to in this game. Unless we're about to get eliminated, I'm not going to do so. I'd rather hop in a Game 7. They're making it interesting right now. Hopefully we can hold... Oh, my God. Okay, we should be good. Oh, my God. Do not blow it. Okay, oh, my God. I probably should have jumped in there, but I didn't. We're going back to Phoenix here for a Game 7. Hopefully winning it all. I think we are the better team. Hopefully we can go out and prove that. And there's no guarantees in these videos that you end up getting back to the finals. So if we're going to be winning, I'm going to be hopping in. We'll get a couple shots. I mean, 12-point lead, 3 minutes. I've blown some pretty big leagues. I should be able to hold this one, though. All right, so on our home floor here in Game 7, we were down 3-2 in this series, and it looks like, of course, if things continue to go as planned, that we will be winning a championship in year 1. So I think it's possible. I'm not going to say anything's guaranteed. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know what that was. I'm not going to say anything's guaranteed, but I do really... I think we should have this in the bag. So I think at this point, let's just go ahead. Let's just chat about this move that the Phoenix Suns did make. I mean, I stand by my statement. I know a lot of people do, that this contract could come back and bite them in the ass. I mean, Bradley Beal's not... No matter which way you spin it, he's not on a good contract. He's a good player. I don't know where I'd rank him in terms of the league. Is he top 25? I mean, there's an argument. I think that was a definite argument, maybe even like 2 years ago. But top 25 is it? I mean, if you like really think about it, there's probably 25 players you would take over Bradley Beal. I think there are. Now, that also being said, and I know that I say that a lot, there's a he's not in a number 2 role anymore. He's in a number 3 role now. So he's by far, I would stand by it and say he's the best third option in the league. I think that's probably a valid statement at this point. Now, all of this obviously goes out the window. If Phoenix wins even one championship, the contract doesn't matter. None of it matters. The picks you gave up for KD doesn't matter. None of it does if you win it all. That's why you play. You play to win. Who gives a shit about draft picks if you're winning? That's how I feel. I believe a lot of people probably feel the same way. If it doesn't, if we're 3-4 years down the line, Kevin Durant getting close to retirement, and that team still hasn't won a championship, that's when there's some questions about what's going on. So I know Matasheba came in and has made some ginormous moves. Obviously, trading for Kevin Durant, one of his first moves as the owner of that team, is a huge risk because you gave up a lot to get KD. I mean, you really did. And they decided it wasn't enough. They went out and traded for Bradley Beal. So we will see. I'm not going to dethrone Denver as the best team in the West until I ultimately have to, because I think they probably still are. I really don't think that there's much of an argument right now. I mean, it's hard to do that. I mean, a team that just won it all, it's hard to take that away from them as the best team in the West, especially when, I don't know, I still think they probably are. So it'll be interesting to see, though. I think there's going to be a ton of fun things going on this offseason in the NBA. I think the Bradley Beal trade is just the start of it. I have no idea if Zion is going to get traded or not. I mean, if he's healthy, he's just so dominant, but he can't stay healthy. It sucks to see. Oh, Bradley Beal's got 30 in a Game 7. You love to see it. But, all right, we're up 12. We'll do probably one. Oh, my God, I'm getting absolutely baptized by Joel Embiid right now. We still have Kevin Durant. I definitely do want to, see what I can do with him here. So we'll probably do one more possession, try to waste a little clock, and I think we should be good after that. So give me the pick, Ayton, KD, 3. Oh, it's a horrible release. I don't play this game enough to, have releases memorized. I probably should, but, free time these days, man. I'm rambling on. D'Anthony, okay. Joel Embiid, just no. That's a double team right there. I feel like he should have passed the ball earlier. Yeah, I'm just getting abused. Oh, I was going to say I'm getting abused, but DeAndre Ayton made a tremendous play. All right. Wow, Fultz has 14 assists on the night. I mean, he's just turning into what, prime Rondo out here? Oh, I love Rondo. All right, Fultz gets the layup to go. I'll see you guys with the Finals MVP. After being up 3-2 in the NBA Finals, the Philadelphia 76ers do what they do best, and they choked, and we end up winning a championship in year 1, and Kevin Durant is your Finals MVP. Is that his third Finals MVP? I don't know. My math's off somewhere, probably. All right, so it's time for offseason number 2. We'll make probably some small changes to the bench. In terms of the starting lineup, I probably won't be changing much. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, you know what I'm saying? Let's hit the draft lottery real quick. The New York Knicks via the Detroit Pistons. Surprised the Pistons were that bad. End up with the number 1 overall selection. Staff signing, we're good. Stauffer's locked up as our head coach. So I don't think we're going to have any picks. I mean, we've traded away basically every single pick that we can. So we're not going to be drafting anybody today, which it's fine by me. I mean, this is not one of those teams that needs a bunch of young players on it. Keelan Martin, probably not. He's a 74 overall, but probably not. All right, so free agency. Markelle Fultz appears to be our only major free agent. I cannot believe that the game actually let me offer him that contract. Kind of amazing, if I'm being completely honest with you, but he's an 87 overall. He played tremendous for us this past season. He won Western Conference Finals MVP, and I'm very happy with it. So a couple small moves coming for the bench. I have no idea why the Denver Nuggets want to give me Christian Brown for Terrence Ross, a first and 2 seconds, but I'm 100% going to be taking this. I'll probably end up playing him at the backup shooting guard spot. I hope that overall doesn't change too much, but it's fine. I'm very excited to have him here. Do I maybe move a Kogi to the backup? No, the overalls both change. All right, we're all set. I mean, that's going to be my one move. I mean, we got a little bit younger at the backup shooting guard spot, and probably a better player as well. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. Obviously, it feels great to win a championship in year 1, but we still have 2 more seasons to go, and with that, we want 2 more rings. So, made a couple small tweaks. Actually, it's really just 1 small tweak to this team, but again, it's a great-looking team. I think we should have no problem getting back to the Western Conference Finals minimum. It's going to be Markelle Fultz, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. The bench unit, Josh Okogie, Darius Bazley, Christian Brown, Jock Landale, and Jordan Goodwin. I mean, the team is very, very good. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. We end with a better regular season record than we had last year. This time we go 61-21. Obviously, that 60-win threshold I try to hold most of my teams to has now been hit. Hopefully, the multiple championship threshold is coming very soon. Darius Garland is your MVP. I say this the majority of the times. He wins MVPs. He's a good player. I think he'll probably only get better with the years. I don't know if he'll ever be an MVP type caliber player, but 2K seems to think he will be. Isaiah Collier is your Rookie of the Year. He went number 6 overall, is now paired up with Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio, and back-to-back Rookie of the Years for the Spurs. Cole Anthony, 6th Man of the Year, new home in Memphis. Chet Holmgren, Defensive Player of the Year. Eamon Thompson, Most Improved. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. Alrighty, so we're the 1 seed here, which is obviously great. I mean, you never... Oh my God, 49 wins took... There's no way that that's ever happened before, right? Like, there's been like a 160-win team and the second-place team had 49 wins. I doubt that. There's definitely not been a season that 0 teams in a conference had 50 wins, right? That would just be weird. Here's a look at the Eastern Conference. Cleveland had the best record in all of basketball. Might be meeting up with them in the finals. Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Feel free to pause at any point in time if you wish. I mean, again, this team is just very, very good. I feel like everybody really kind of fits well together as well, so we will see. Golden State here in round 1 have added Scary Terry, one of my favorite players. I love Scary Terry. Wiggins, Kuminga, Kevon Looney. They moved on from Klay Thompson, moved on from Draymond Green. Still got Steph going strong, and obviously Steph Curry, top 2 point guard in NBA history. We're up 2-1 against them right now. We go up 3-1, and we close them out in 5. We're moving on to the San Antonio Spurs. Young, scary team. I mean, oh my God, you have Sabonis as well, and OG Anunoby. Holy shit. They are Sohan still here, Brown and Branham still here. Oh my God, that team scares the living shit out of me. They really do. We are currently up 3-1 against them, and I guess maybe I shouldn't have been scared. They might still be a year away. We faced Denver in round 2 last year. We beat them. They've added Austin. What the fuck? Where is this money coming from? Did you trade Michael Porter Jr. for Kawhi Leonard? And what? Oh, good God. How did you get Austin Reeves so easily? I mean, what is he getting paid? Oh, good. What? How is he not on a real contract yet? Oh, 2K, God bless you. All right, well, that's a super team, but so are we. Oh, good God. Okay, well, that was easy. Made all big fuss about nothing. Devin Booker is your Western Conference Finals MVP. As I predicted, will be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who obviously have a ton of talent themselves. I'm still taking our squad. I do think we're better. Let's see if we can go out and prove that here, win our second straight championship. We're down 3-1. Obviously less than ideal. I don't really want to hop in and make this video any longer than it's going to be. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, holy shit. Comeback of the century? Oh, my God. All right, we're not dead yet. We're going to a Game 7 for the second straight year. We were down 3-1 in this video. Can we go on? Maybe pull it off here? We're going back. We're in Cleveland. Can we do it? Oh, my God. We come back down from being, we come back from being down 3-1, and we win our second straight championship. Kevin Durant at the age of 36. Yet another Finals MVP. Holy shit. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Let's hit the draft lottery right now. We're not going to have anything in here. At least I'm 99.9% positive. The Thunder, the Hornets, the Knicks, the Rockets, and the Bulls. Interesting. All right, we're good here at staff signing. Let's head up to the draft again. We're not going to be drafting anybody, even if we have a pick. I don't think we do. We do not. All right, so let's hit team player options real quick. Christian Brown definitely coming back. Let's look at qualifying offers. Jock Landale, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. I'll qualify him. Jordan Goodwin, not for $7 million, I don't think. I think that might just be a little bit too much for me. I'll go out and probably find a replacement that could be a little bit better than him. So we qualified Jock. He'll likely be coming back as my backup center. At this point in time, I mean, I'm comfortable with everybody on the bench and their ages especially. So, do I just have to re-sign Jordan Goodwin? I mean, it's possible. I'll wait on Jock. I'll re-sign Jordan Goodwin. I'll probably end up just trading him. I think that probably makes the most sense for me. Do not renounce Jock. Shit. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Okay, so I'm not going to sign Jordan Goodwin. Then I would prioritize keeping Jock over him. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully, there's a player out there that I can get. Oh shit! What did I just do? Did I just sign him? Oh fuck! Can I not afford Jock anymore? Maybe I can. I don't have it just told me I couldn't. Can I do it now? Gotta love 2K. All right, I am going to move Jordan Goodwin in hopes. I still have a couple picks left in hopes of maybe finding. I mean, he's not like a terrible option, but if I'm looking for an upgrade, I mean, I have the draft picks left. I can't take him with me to the next video, so let's just hopefully go out and find that. Point guards making like less than $7 million. I mean, it's probably not a very long list considering the money's only going up as the TV deals go up, and $7 million bucks. All right, got to find somebody with a contract here. Chris Dunn wouldn't be necessarily a terrible option. I get Chris Dunn a decent amount. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Andrew Nembhard, I would take a flyer on Andrew Nembhard here. Would they be willing to do this? They want Darius Bazley for a first. In any other situation, I probably would. They'll definitely take this. But I just can't afford to lose the depth there. So, all right, we're all set. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. After being down 3-1 in the finals last year, we came all the way back and won it all for the second straight season. We're hoping to make it 3 straight years of championships for us here in Phoenix. It's going to be Markelle Fultz. Bradley Beal's down at 84. It's a little tricky to see, I'm not going to lie, but looking back on it, I mean, you win 2 championships, you're going to be okay with it. Devin Booker obviously still here, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. I'm surprised we actually were able to keep him the entire time. I thought there would have been a situation that a trade came up that maybe would have been worth it, but hey man, we're winning right now. I'm not complaining. Josh Okogie will remain our 6th man. We obviously just made the trade for Andrew Nembhard, Darius Bazley still here, Christian Brown, and Jock Landale. I think we've done a really good job of upgrading this bench. We went from 180 overall and like, what was it, a 78 and 76 and 275s to what, 380 pluses, 79, 77. So I'm very happy with it, man. 2 straight championships, looking to make it 3. For the second straight season, we win 60 plus games this year, going 68 and 14. And for the third straight season, we are looking to win a championship. LaMelo Ball is your MVP. Hell of a season from him. Puts up a year like that, there's a very strong argument for MVP. Asa Noel, rookie. Oh, I don't know why I thought that said 1.9 points per game. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, went 14th overall. Member of the Lakers and Rookie of the Year. James Harden still in Philadelphia, winning a 6th Man of the Year. Interesting. Evan Mobley is your Depoy. Aaron Bradshaw, most improved. Okay. And Stauffer wins Coach of the Year. First time we got a Coach of the Year in this video. I feel like I typically get like at least 1. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. I don't know. Far and away best record in the league. Obviously, we are hoping we can just go out, get another championship. That would be very, very nice. The numbers at this point, when we're 2 championships in and 68 wins in the year 3, don't really matter. It's going to be the Lakers in round 1. They've added Malcolm Brogdon. So he's there. Oh, my God. Did you trade D'Lo for Brogdon and Marcus Smart? Oh, my God. If Brad Stevens said that, he should be sent to the moon. There's no way. All right, so let's just see what ends up happening here. Also, the thought of seeing Marcus Smart in a Lakers jersey makes me want to 1, cry, 2, puke. We win in 5. We're taking on the Spurs, who I said were going to be a problem last year. Ended up beating them pretty convincingly, but Victor Wembanyama's developing. Collier just won a Rookie of the Year. He's only getting better, and he's playing very well in the playoffs. So I don't know, man. This might be a little bit more of a challenge this year, as we are currently down 2-1. We go 2-2. We go down 3-2, and we get eliminated. Yeah, I knew that team was going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm actually surprised that the Hawks weren't in the finals until the final season. But nonetheless, man, we cap it off with 2 championships here. We obviously built a hell of a team. I mean, I don't want to say we did, because, I mean, we didn't really do a ton. I mean, besides trading for Markelle Fultz, there wasn't, like, any major moves. But that's also just the way that this Suns team is now designed. I mean, you really can't unless you're moving Aiden, but he kind of fit well. So, I don't know, man. I said what I said, and I stand by what I said in terms of the thoughts on the Bradley Beal trade. Obviously, you didn't give up a ton in terms of assets to get him, but you're taking on that contract, which is not a very good contract. So, in the end, man, you can always look back and, you know, have some hindsight on things. If they end up winning a championship, I mean, even one championship is what it is. Obviously, well worth it. If not, that contract's not going to be so fun to deal with in a couple of years. But this is a good Phoenix Suns team, man. I think they're probably top 3 in the West. I do not put them over Denver. Maybe there's an argument to have them number 2. Let me know your thoughts on the trade down below in the comments section. And, yeah, man, it's going to be an exciting week. Obviously, NBA draft on Thursday. A lot of trade rumors heating up, and I'm pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty good. So, yeah, man, as always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Catch you guys all in the next one.